Nobody is here, which is awesome. I'm just waiting for some of you guys to come in, and I'm seeing that I'm live. I'm hoping that I am. Please, guys, come in. I swear it's not that bad. Okay, I'm getting the link, and yeah, it'd be great if some of y'all came back in here. Currently broadcasting to absolutely no one. Okay, thank God. There's someone here. Hi, hello. Were you on my last live stream like 5 seconds ago where I could not for the life of me figure out how to turn on the webcam on my computer? So you guys were just like listening to my breathing through my headset? Did you guys listen to that? Please tell me you didn't. Confirm in the chat below that you weren't there. Hello, everyone. Hello. So nice to see you. Why are you here today? What made you click on this? Yes? Okay, you were there? Dulce María Alfaro. No me digas eso. Oh my god. I am so sorry that I had to subject you guys to my naivete. I just don't know. My computer was just not having it. It did not want me to share the screen. No. Why are you all saying that you were there? Okay, well, thank you for being there, I guess. I have never done a live on my phone. That is a complete lie. I just remembered that I did with a healthy dose of Fran. And just like back then, I did not know what I was doing, but I can put my makeup on, which is very nice because I'm not wearing any. Today is a bit of a different thing because I wanted to do a live stream to talk about my book of the month, which has been Mistborn, The Final Empire. On my Patreon, we have a book club where we are reading fantasy books, and we picked that one, and I wanted to do a live stream there, but I don't know how to do it, so I thought the best thing to do was just to do a live stream on YouTube and then share it on my Patreon, because that way you guys get a little bit of a taste of what we do on there. So let me know if you guys want to join my Patreon after this. Probably not after all that heavy breathing, huh? Okay. Let me know down below. This is the first thing that I want to know. Have you guys read Mistborn? And if so, have you liked it? Harry Potter lover and Seaweed Brain has to go soon. That's very sad. I'll see you later, I guess. But has anyone read the Mistborn books? Or at least the first one? Is anyone here for my Patreon? I haven't read it, Annalise. Well, I'm gonna try not to spoil it too much. But let me tell you, I think I recommend it. I'm gonna ask, how old are you? Because I think that's a very big thing when recommending Brandon Sanderson. It's not like explicit or anything, but it does have a very complicated magic system. 13. Okay, I think you can read it, but it's definitely like on the tougher side to read. Okay, bye-bye. What is it about? Okay, that's a good place to start. Basically, the Mistborn series is about this dystopian fantasy world where they have had an empire with the same ruler for over 1,000 years. And obviously, our main protagonist, our main female protagonist, gets caught up in a scheme to overthrow that person, and there's magic involved and a very complex magic system where people can bend metals, but it's not like metal bending. They literally swallow metals, and then they have different magical powers. So I'm not reading a lot of people having read it in the chat, but that's okay. You guys can just be here for moral support. But let me know if from that wonderful synopsis that I just gave, if you guys would want to read it. Because I think Mistborn has always been so iconic to me. Like, even before reading it, I've always seen it on shelves and heard people say that I should read it. So was it on your radar? Maya, I'm sorry, says that it sounds good. It's definitely entertaining. It sounds really good. If that's something you like, if you like intricate magic systems, then I would say for sure read that book, Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. The one thing, getting into it, I'll definitely give it a try. You definitely should. I would say that it's completely obvious, or at least to me, that it was written by a man. Let me know, have you read anything from Brandon Sanderson before? And have you read anything from like a female perspective, like with a female character? Because I could tell right from the start it's dual POV. The guy character, I'm like, sure, fine, perfect. But the girl character, I was like, I don't know. It's given written by a man with the best intentions, like definitely with the best intentions, but to me, sometimes it's like, this is sounding a little bit cliche. Dulce Maria Alfaro says, sounds interesting. I feel like I would like it. If you like fantasy, then for sure. I have some questions here. That was a terrible way of showing you guys. So let's try to discuss them, maybe, because I feel like that's what we do in book clubs. By the way, also let me know if you can hear me fine. What's the significance of the title? The significance of the title is pretty obvious. It's called Mistborn. The people with powers there are Mistborn because, once again, their powers are born from the mist. There's mist all around, very mysterious, very post-apocalyptic, dystopian vibes. And the Final Empire is just the name of the empire, which I found very silly because you don't call an empire the Final Empire. It's just, I don't know, or the Great Empire. I feel like it needed something that wasn't an adjective. Dulce Maria, thank you. You are now one of my top fans. We can hear you. I'm so glad because I've had problems in the future. But yeah, the Final Empire, let me know. What do you think? If you were to name an empire for one of your books, would you call it the Final Empire? Not only does it seem cocky, but it doesn't seem like anyone would realistically call an empire that. I feel like it needs a more grandiose names or something like less spot on. No one can beat Riordan. This is definitely way more intricate, and let me tell you, Brandon Sanderson does not forget about his plot or about his magic system the way that Rick Riordan does. So that's a point for him, because I'm currently reading the second book in the series, and he keeps reminding me how it works. I'm like, dude, I know, I just read the first one, so you don't have to keep reminding me. But would I give the book a different title? I think we could just call it Mistborn 1 and then give the second one a title. I feel like that's a very boring answer, but I can't think of anything better. Honestly, I don't really like the first one though. What did you think of the writing style and content structure of the book? I am a fan of dual POVs, so you guys know, if you've read Heroes of Olympus, having multiple POVs is very fun, and I definitely love that. I'm not a fan of POVs suddenly appearing and disappearing in the book. I don't know why we start with these two POVs and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, this character is relevant right now. Let's give them a POV. You know what that makes me feel? It makes me feel scared because it always makes me feel like they're gonna off that person. So that one was Elend for me in this book. He's the love interest. He shows up around like 1/3 into the book, and you're like, he's obviously gonna be the love interest, and then he gets chapters towards the end of the book. Okay, I'm sorry, I just read Can I Marry Your Daddy, and I was so confused about what was going on. We're just talking about Seuss. But yeah, he gets a chapter near the end. I was like, okay, this is the nice character, the humble rich guy who is a nice guy who breaks out from the mold. I was like, he's definitely dying. I'm not gonna say if he did or not, but I got really scared. Annalise says, I really like multiple POVs, especially when there is 4 or more POVs. Definitely. What is going on in the chat right now? That's me, exactly me. I'm so confused. But yeah, I like different POVs. That's why I'm such a big fan of Six of Crows. But this one is not like, it's very uneven. It's like the POVs get given to the person who can drive the plot the most at that given moment. So it's not like one for you and then one for you. It's like, well, you get like 10 and then that person gets POVs. So it's whatever Brandon Sanderson feels like. This book is definitely going to be on my TBR now. I'm so glad because it's really, really enjoyable. And you just have to be prepared for it, because at the beginning I was trying to understand the magic system and all the metals, and it kind of melted my brain. But that's, in my opinion, because of Ali Hazelwood. I just got so used to reading her books with like half of my brain on, so having to turn on my full brain to read a book was definitely like a new experience that I haven't had in a while. But I'm really looking forward to reading more fantasy, which is what I'm doing on Patreon with my book club. By the way, I do have a Patreon. I'm unclaimed demigod there. Let me know if you want to support me there, if you can. And this was her first pick, and it was definitely like the jolt I needed to get back into fantasy, because I love fantasy. Hi, Abraham Ramirez. But I haven't gotten into it in a while, and I want to read more because I love series and I love urban fantasy. So I want to get back in there. I want to stop reading romance. And this was definitely like a wake up call for me because if you just read romance for more than 12 months, then it's going to be hard to get back into fantasy. Hi. Hello. Hi, everyone. Sound off in the chat. Where are you in the world right now as I read our next discussion question? How does this book stack up against other fantasies you've read? Well, obviously, I love other fantasies as well. Oh, Missy Alvarez. Valdez, I'm sorry. You changed your picture. Good to see you. Is that Odysseus? That's someone from Epic, right? The UK. Okay, love to see it. How old should you be to read this book? I think maturity-wise, you can definitely read it in like middle grade, like 12, sure, 10 if you're a very smart kid. But for me, I guess it's just my brain wasn't working after reading all that romance. So I would say just be if you like fantasy at any age. Okay, we have people from the US. It's Odie, favorite dude. Okay, yeah. Everyone is from the US. Okay, then sound off. What states are you in? Let's see if I've been there. But in terms of writing style, I liked it. It was just Brandon Sanderson, the author, also liked it too much. You could tell that he really liked what he was writing and his magic system. You can tell that he was in love with it. So now I'm reading the second book, and in every chapter he's like, okay, I was doing this, that did this, and that. I was like, dude, I know how your magic system works. I've read it, and I understand that at the beginning of the second book, you have to remind your audience what it was about and how the magic system works. So I understand having some chapters where you call back to how things worked, but it's every chapter. It's every chapter. Okay, you guys are saying, have you ever listened to a Percy Jackson podcast? I was on one. I feel like I've talked about this. PA. Is that Pennsylvania? I have not been there. UK, I have been there. I lived there for 4 years. I'm from Brazil. Yep, of course. Where in Brazil, though? I've not been anywhere in Brazil, but I do know different places. Norway, love to see it. NC. That sounds like a state, but my mind is being like, New Zealand. Is NC a state? Let me know. And then we have Arizona. Haven't been there, but it looks very nice. Like desert, we have those in Spain. Me trying to relate. Okay, content structure of the book. It was good. Hello, Ren the Sunshine Child. There is Crazy Thunder. Oh, love to see it. Love myself a good summer rainstorm. Okay, which character would you invite out for a drink? I think I would invite Vin out for a drink. That is our main character, our female main character. She is like 17 at the start of the book, so I would wait until the end of the book when she is 18. New Zealand, love to see it. I've been there. Where in New Zealand? Because I did like a tour of most of the country. Florida, I've been to Florida, and Taylor Swift wrote a brilliant song about Florida. So love Florida. Spent like 3 months of my life there. Very humid. Then Mountain Park. Oh, Mountain Part. Lovely. Hello, Galarian Rapidash. That sounds like a Pokemon. So yeah, I would take Vin out for a drink because she needs it. And you know what she needs? She needs girl friends because there are only men in this book. No women exist outside one of the protagonists, just men. Everyone is a man, and that's kind of like my gripe with the book. I'm like, I understand you're a man writing a book, and maybe it's like it's because it's fantasy, and it's because when you write fantasy, you're like, okay, then women have to be oppressed. It can't be fantasy and modern beliefs. Women have to be oppressed in fantasy. That's just a fact. I don't think it should be, but it's how it is, especially if it's more like dystopian. But why can't there be other female crew members? You have a world where basically anyone can be born with powers. Obviously, within reason, it's usually with the nobles. But when a noble is born with powers, it's not always, it doesn't always have to be a girl or a guy. Like, it can be either all the time. So if powers can be great equalizers, then why is there only one woman? Why is there only one woman? That's what I'm asking. I'm studying, Missy Valdez says, but I'll listen to the live while studying. Okay. If you can concentrate when I'm yapping about Mistborn. What do you mean, what is this live for? Doesn't it have a... Oh, I might not have added a title. That's my bad. I don't know how to use live on my phone, as you can probably clearly tell. I'm yapping about my book of the month with my Patreon. I have a book club on my Patreon where we're reading fantasy books. And this one for last month was the Mistborn book by Brandon Sanderson, The Final Empire. I've read a lot or heard a lot about Mistborn. Should I read it? If you like fantasy / dystopian and like a very cool intricate magic system, then you should definitely read it. Hawke's Bay. Ooh, I've never been. Is this book harder or easier to read than Lord of the Rings? Good question. I have not read Lord of the Rings, but from what I have heard, reading Lord of the Rings is really hard because it's very descriptive about like a lot of things. Like he can talk about a tree for pages on end. So just from style wise, I would say that this one is easier and it's probably shorter, though I'm not too sure. But I am planning on reading Lord of the Rings eventually. I just don't know if it's my style. Also, speaking of there being no women, Lord of the Rings is notorious for basically having no female characters, but the characters it does have are very cool. It has more than this book series. So, what is your favorite Rider ship? Ooh, you'll just have to watch my video dedicated to that. Also, not the topic right now. Almost done with Mark of Athena. 10th day reading it. Okay, way to go, Annalise. Love to see it. Okay. You've been listening to... Okay, do not listen to stuff while you're studying. I cannot do that. You're the best YouTuber. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Now you have to read Mistborn or the next book that I choose or we choose for my Patreon book club. Okay. What mystic power would you prefer? I'll explain the magic system to you. You basically drink metals and then you burn the metals inside of yourself, and you can have one of 8 outcomes. One gives you like really good eyesight. They call them like tin eyes or something like that. And I feel like, obviously I'm wearing glasses, so I don't have the best eyesight, but also it's not the best superpower because you couldn't be very proactive with it. So not that one. Then we have like pewter or something like that, where your body gets like really strong. You have really good reflexes. You're very fast. So that's definitely, I think, the one that I would choose, because the other ones are metal pulling, where you're basically, you become a magnet. You attract metal to you, but you don't choose the trajectory. It just goes to you. And then there's metal pushing, where if you are on top of a coin, a metal coin, for example, you go up. You jump really high. So that's very cool, but also very scary because you have to be able to use it very well. You also have, okay, I'm sorry, I'm being like, there's so many dog noises outside. You also have one where you can detect other, like, what are they called? Other magic users, and one where you can choose to not be detected while you're using magic. Those are basically the ones that people... Oh, then you can soothe people emotions, or you can riot them, so you can make people be more exalted or calm them down. Girl, I've been in a reading slump for weeks. I'm going to 10th grade this year, and I don't want to go the entire summer without reading. One book that I know I loved during my 10th grade summer, I think it was The Darkest Minds by Alexander Bracken. So maybe that, or maybe the Gone series, but I forget what his name was. It's 2 short names, and he's a guy. Okay, I gotta go, but have fun with the rest of your stream. Okay, thank you. Can you guys still hear me? I feel like there's so much noise all of a sudden. I can go somewhere else. Let me know. Can you hear me? Okay, so I did that. What would you choose between allomancy or ferrokimi? Okay, so there's this other magic system where you have like necklace, and you can install like memories onto metal pieces, or you can be very chill for a day and then be very strong for the rest of the day. It's very hard to explain and also hard to use. So I'm gonna go with no. I would choose to be like very strong, like I said before. And then another question is, do you think Vin is mentally stable? I don't think she is, but I think it's warranted because she lived on the streets for half her life being abused by her brother. So I think it's warranted. I think she's getting better. Do you read fan fiction? Obviously. Do you see me? I'm obviously someone who reads fan fiction. Do you have a Discord server for your channel? I mean, no, but I'm thinking of doing one for my Patreon. So if you want to go follow me on Patreon, I'm thinking of doing a Discord so we can talk about books there. Okay, when you said Alexander, my brain went Alexander Hamilton. I'm getting flashbacks to Aaron Burns. Okay, you should be studying. And also, did I say Alexander? I do not listen to myself talk. Thank God you're here to do that. Okay, I'm not going to talk about plot twist. Are you hearing me or are you hearing them? Because I don't know. I'm not going to talk about plot twists because most of you, if not all of you, have not read this. So, yeah, cannot talk about any of those last things. Have Red Queen? I have not. Okay, I'm going to go inside. This is cannot hear myself talk. Not there. Red Queen? No. Okay, thank God. I thought I had logged myself inside the house, outside the house. I've not read Red Queen. I feel like the time to do that has sailed. Okay, you hear me? Thank God, because all I heard was the child next door. I have not read, I'm invisible right now. I've not read it. Let me know if it's good, because I feel like there's some very mixed feelings about that. Some people really like it. Some people think it's like a copy of some other young adult books. So I'm not too sure what to think. I know there's a lot of people who have drawn parallels to Powerless. So I don't know, should I? Here we go. Better background. I'm trying to balance talking in the chat and studying, but just in case studying can wait. What are you studying for? It's like the middle of July. I'm confused. Are people still doing that? Are you ever going to publish your book? You did a writing blog on. Very good question. Now that I have more time on my hands, you know, being summer and all, I did want to get back into writing my book, but it's just so hard to do keeping up with my Patreon and my YouTube. So you guys really, really have to ask for it if you want to motivate me, because when you guys want something, it makes it more worth it for me to focus on. So let me know, because I want to. I really want to. Midnight Library, I have not, but it's on my list. Is that considered fantasy? Because I could add that to the book club. Ooh, a book suggestion. The Immortal Games by Annalise Avery. Thank you. Or Avery. I always read that wrong, I think. Immortal Games. Is that fantasy? Let me know. It came before Powerless. It did. Oh, talking about Red Queen. But I'm pretty sure people still think Red Queen ripped off Powerless, which makes no sense. It's very stupid. But I know that was a controversy here on BookTube. Okay, new gens think Red Queen copied Powerless, even though Powerless came a decade after Red Queen. Yeah, people are dumb. Math, I'm doing something to advance. Okay, nice. You should publish your books. I'd read it. Oh, that's so nice. I'm glad at least one person out there would read it, Annalise. And also, that's a Leo Valdez profile picture. You clearly have good taste, so you love to see it. What's your favorite book? My favorite singular book? I don't know, because I always like series better, so I can never pick. But right now, the summer is giving me Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe vibes. Just, you know, a car going by. Keep writing your book. Oh, thank you, Dulce. You love Leo? Of course, all the ladies love Leo. Please publish your book. I would love to read it. Oh, thank you. Favorite cabin? I'd have to see them in person, but I'm pretty sure cabin number 3 smells really good because I love the smell of the sea. But probably like the Athena cabin is the most like me. But also tidy-wise, Aphrodite cabin. Favorite Taylor Jenkins Reid book? I was actually just doing like a book discussion with my 2 best friends because we have a book club there as well. And we just read Atmosphere. My favorite one would have to be, I think, Daisy Jones and the Six, and then followed by either Malibu Rising or The Seven Husbands of Emily Hugo. I would absolutely read your book. Oh, you guys are too nice. What cabin are you in? Okay, every time summer comes around and I go into the sea, I'm like, I'm definitely a descendant of Poseidon somehow, because I can spend hours in there, and the sea where I'm at is super, super cold, but I just love it so much. It just, I don't know, it brings me peace in a way that nothing else can. Like floating around and not being weightless is so good. And also the waves, because you know the pool doesn't do it for me in that way. Getting too deep right now. Hello. I have a crush on Leo Valdez even though I'm 90% gay. I'm guessing you're a woman. Taking a break. Take a break. We are not starting another Hamilton song off, so please do not do that. Okay. I want to take this chance to talk about Mistborn and, of course, my book club. I've been having some thoughts since doing a live stream was evidently so hard for me. I did not know how to do it there, and I do not know how to do a live stream on my phone with a title. I'm so sorry, you guys. I am not a millennial, but I am incompetent with this technology because I've never used it before. So I don't know if I'm going to continue book club. I have been thinking of doing a cheaper tier where I do live streams because it's clear to me that you guys like live streams, and obviously I would do some other extra content there, maybe like a Percy Jackson podcast or like a book related podcast. Let me know if I did a cheaper tier, would you go on my Patreon? I'm thinking like maybe $250. I feel like that's so much more affordable than what I have right now. And just, I don't know if the book club thing is working out for me, simply because I hate being told to read something, so I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, especially since I also have to do a book club with my best friends. I have a book club right now here in the summer with my cousins, so I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed and like I don't have enough time to read everything, and I want to give all of my attention to what I'm doing for you guys on Patreon because obviously it's your money. So let me know if that would be a tier that you'd be interested in. Okay, first of all, the Immortal Games is about Greek mythology and a love story. Ooh, okay, then definitely comment it more so I don't forget. The Immortal Games. Okay. I love it here. It's like, oh, this person said hola. I'm sure you said hi, but this says hola. Okay. Please do the Percy Jackson and the Olympians podcast, please. Okay, I'm checking that my family isn't coming because I don't want them to catch me doing this. It's embarrassing. Blah, blah, blah. Some epic. Okay, are people... No, okay, yes, I have read Keepers of the Lost City. It's a very controversial topic on my channel. Oh, Percy Jackson obsesses. They love my glasses. Okay, it's not my family, but I am embarrassed to be out here talking to myself in English because I am in Spain. So thank you. I love my glasses as well. I need them to look at my phone because all that blue light. I have to go by. Bye, Lily. Lovely having you here. Okay, yes, I joined. Okay, thank you, Dulce. Okay, so let me know if I had a cheaper tier with like, someone else said hola, with like more Percy Jackson chill content where we discuss all the unpopular opinions, all of like the hot takes, and I want to do a lot of, what do you call them, surveys where I ask you guys and then like this or that or stuff like that, questions about the books, and then I would talk about them on my podcast. Would you enjoy that for a cheaper price? Let me know because I am unfortunately thinking of killing my book club tier. Please let me know. Guys, stay on track. Let me know. Okay, it's okay. If you don't have money for a monthly sub, that's fine. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you can just join for a month, like at the end of the year, so you have all the content. Obviously, it's your money. If you can't afford it, then I'm not going to ask you for that. I respect that so much. Okay, I think that's a great idea. Thank you. Then you should join. Okay, I think I might do that because it would be easier for me, guys, to produce more high quality content without becoming stressed about it. And I don't ever want to not like what I'm doing for you guys. So, okay. Checking it out. I don't think my family's here yet. Thank God. Okay. I love your channel. Thank you, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Girl. Grapes. And then I tried it. Love to see it. Okay, I think we talked everything I wanted to talk about the book. So if you are interested in reading Mistborn, I would recommend it. It's for all ages. It's not very romance heavy. It's definitely world building heavy. So if that's something that you're interested in, I think you would really, really enjoy it. And if you like male characters, then you would definitely enjoy it because there's only one female character and she's all alone. Okay, wait, here we go. Daughter of Aphrodite says I'm going to Spain next week. Where in Spain? Immortal Games, thank you. Keep reminding me because you know how my brain works. Tell my friends you're live, don't tell them. Unless they want to join my Patreon. Then yes, share the news. The Immortal Games, is that what it is? What other books do you recommend for middle schoolers? I love this question. I'm just gonna go off by what I was reading at the time. Obviously, a lot of Geronimo Stilton. So if you like that, then that. If you're an older middle schooler, then I would go with maybe The Darkest Minds. Definitely the Gone series. I love it so much. It's a bit scary, but it is intended for middle schoolers. Michael Grant, that's his name. That's the author. Then what else did I read? I guess because I started reading later on in life. So as a middle schooler, it was Geronimo Stilton for me. I don't know what you want me to tell you. And also Smurf comic books. Comic books are so nice. My brother read a graphic novel for middle schoolers that was called Bones, and that was very good. So if you're interested in that, that was very high quality and very, very deep for middle schoolers. But I feel like once you've read Rick Riordan, you know what to do. Don't forget Immortal Games. Okay, I won't. Just spam my comments, my comment section on my other videos, not here, with that, and I won't forget. Because when I told them about the last live, she crashed out since she couldn't watch. Oh, I'm actually thinking of doing more live streams on my channel because my YouTube analytics is like, well, if you post more lives, you get X more subscribers a month. I'm like, well, that sounds like a thing I can do. Oh, Daughter of Aphrodite. Oh, I never, no, I don't know where you're going in Spain. Oh no, well, goodbye. It was nice having you. Okay, well, I guess we can keep this going until my family gets here, because I'm just waiting for them to come back. So if you have more questions, I guess this is open season. We don't have to have it be Mistborn related anymore, so have at it. What time is it where you are? Good question. It is currently 10:21 at night. Okay, they left. I can go outside again. God, why is being a booktuber or just a YouTuber in general so embarrassing? It wouldn't be embarrassing if I were doing it in Spanish, but I sound like an asshole being out here just talking to my phone in English. I'm here, don't worry. Okay, good. See, Hinton? I have never heard that before. Oh my god, no. Missy Valdez, I'm not singing today, I'm in public. Next time I do a live stream from my house, then yes. Ooh, 122 there. Damn. 4 p.m. Nice. See, I have a lot of American viewers. Okay, who's your favorite Magnus Chase character? It has got to be Magnus Chase. I don't know why, but the first time I read that trilogy, I think especially in the second book, it just hit me that Magnus Chase was the most like me out of every single Rick Riordan character. He screamed me. I don't know why. I'm not saying I'm a coward. I'm not saying he's either, but there was something about him. I was like, that guy gets me. He has watched Doctor Who, I feel like. He has comic books. He likes books. I feel like we have a lot of similar tastes, so he was very me. Outsiders author. Oh, I haven't read that, so that's why. Not ring a bell. Favorite Percy Jackson character, obviously, it's Percy. Do you read DC Comics? I read them much more before. I'm a huge fan of the Bat family. The Batman characters are so good. I love the Robins. Tim Drake was my favorite before, but then it was Dick Grayson, but now I think I've landed on Damian Wayne. I'm sorry, Jason Todd, but Damian Wayne, he has so much good content. I think my favorite comic from DC is Super Sons. I love the Super Sons so much, but I also love Young Justice and the Teen Titans. I was a very big comic book nerd before, but I also like Marvel, but I think DC is better in terms of comics. Oh, Andibel watches all my videos. Thank you. Top song artist, guys. Just a couple of days ago, I watched Olivia Rodrigo live in Madrid, and she was so good. She was so good live. I was so freaking happy, and I screamed so much during All American Bitch. It was the best. Favorite food? Right now I'm thinking arroz a la cubana. Very good, but a very simple dish. I'm usually craving this very good rice dish that I had in Tokyo that just had like nori on top of it, raw egg, and like red sauce at the bottom. It was so simple but so good. Oh right, the The Outsiders is a musical. Do you recommend it? Oh, I forgot I was wearing avocado earrings. A couple of years ago, I saw some orange, the fruit earrings, and I was like, is that is that my new personality? And it is. And these were given to me by my godmother, who's my aunt. Thank you. I watch all your videos. Okay, thank you, Andy Bell. Oh, ice cream. Thank you for joining the live. It's gone on way longer than I thought, as per usual. Oh, Team is my favorite. Me and him are tech geeks. Ooh, I love Super Sons too. They're the best, aren't they? The Bad Family has something going on. Red Hood for life. Okay, he has to have some supporters. I agree. Least favorite Riordanverse character. I feel like for a while it was Meg. Not a very unpopular opinion, but people do seem to have a soft spot for her. I did recently, as you know, did a reread of all the books, vlogs on my Patreon if you guys want to know. I'm unclaimed there as well. But I liked her the second time around, so I don't know, because it changes throughout the eras of my life. First, it was Rachel, then it was Octavian, then it was Meg, and I think I liked everyone in Magnus Chase. What's your favorite book series in the Percy Jackson universe? I mean, I'm 26 years old. It's Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Who's Miko? I feel like, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm missing some context here. I have read 93 hours this summer. Good for you. I think that's a lot. You're so pretty. Thank you, Malia. All American Bitch is my song. Yes, it's so good. I thought she was gonna open with it, but no, she did it towards the end, right after doing Brutal, which I'm like, 2 openers back to back, 2 of my favorite songs. I died. I was so good. Okay, you recommend The Outsiders. I'm pretty sure my friend McKenna has watched the musical, so good. Did you watch the Young Justice TV show? Let me tell you, I watched it way back in 2012. It was airing while I was living in England. Woke up, watched an episode every morning, but then I watched season 2 and I was like, well, this one's fine, but season 1 is really where it's at. Season 2, they add like 100 more characters and it goes off the rails, and then it hit a hiatus. It was canceled. It was over. And then like 10 years after, they were like, okay, we're doing season 3. And I was so excited because they killed off my favorite character at the end of season 2. Like, fuck them. And then in season 3, they didn't bring him back, and it was so bad. It was so bad. And then season 4 was also so bad. So I'm done. I'm sorry, I'm done with Young Justice. Season 1 is literal perfection, and then it just goes really downhill. So I just read fan fiction about that now. Spoiler and Orphan are my fave, and Tim after them. Yeah, they're so good. I want to read more from them because I really haven't read a lot about the girls in the Bad Family. What books do you read outside of the Riordanverse books? So recently I've been doing like an Ali Hazelwood binge. I'm not too proud, but they're fun books. I think she has a very fun sense of humor. I also really like things like Six of Crows. I want to get more into reading stuff like that. I've unfortunately been reading, okay, thank you, a lot of romance, so I don't know if you guys are into that, but I'm really open to reading whatever. I've just read The Wedding People, and that's probably the best book of the year. Besides, obviously, I reread Dungeons and Drama, and that's the best book of the year, even though it came out last year. Calypso is definitely my least favorite. I mean, she has her moments. Ah, right. So, okay, I get it now. Miko is the voice actor for Telemachus. Yeah, my cousin told me about that because apparently he's listened to Epic and he's going to a show because Miko's coming to Madrid, I think. I didn't get tickets. Piper McLean says, hi, you're so pretty. Oh, thank you. That means so much coming from you, Piper. Don't trust face. I never do. Have you ever watched Winx Club? I'm Spanish. Of course I've watched Winx Club. Unfortunately, I was more of a fan of Witch because I loved the magazines and I guess the comics were so good. But I do like Winx. Musa was my favorite. And in case you're wondering about Witch, it was obviously Irma. Love her. Oh, bye. Oh, I'm sorry, Darla Green. You left, I think. You're my favorite Percy Jackson YouTuber, and don't forget about Immortal Games. Okay, Immortal Games. You worked really hard for me not to forget, so I'll try not to. Dungeons and Drama was so good. Yes, I freaking loved it. I had not read a 300-page book in under 24 hours in so long until last year when I started reading. I was like, I'll just give this one a shot, and I could not put it down. It was so good. Maybe it's because I love Dungeons and Dragons now, possibly, but the characters just gripped me. They were so good, like their chemistry, everything. I loved them. The second book was also really good. My only gripe with it was that the guy on the cover looks like my younger brother, and I cannot look past that. But I also love them. Do you know of the Daughter of Darkness book series? No, I don't. Is that fantasy? Musa's my favorite too. Of course she is. She's the best. Unhealthy obsession with Musa. Asian girl rap for real. If you had to become one character from Percy Jackson or Heroes of Olympus for a day, who would you be and why? We're good. I feel like I'm doing this in secret. I feel like the obvious choice is Annabeth, so I could be close to Percy, but I'm gonna go with maybe Grover, so I could be close to both Percy and Annabeth. Or, I don't know, maybe Leo and fix everything. Fix everything. The cover of Dungeons and Drama is so cute. It's so cute that I started following the artist on Instagram. I just love seeing everything she comes up with. He's going to Madrid on the 28th of November. Yeah. I'm not gonna see him. Another Greek mythology-based book. Ooh. Help, laughing my ass off because I found the guy on the cover of the second D&D book so hot. Oh my god, no. Okay, so my brother bleached his hair when we went to New Zealand, and then he was growing it out, so it looked like he had frosted tips, and that's what the guy on the cover looks like. And he has a blue flannel shirt, which is what my brother's always wearing. So I guess you do you, but not for me. Have you watched K-pop Demon Hunters? Yes, and I did. I loved it. It is kind of fantasy, sure. I read a whole book before coming here. Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Good for you. I don't think you're ready for the takedown. Such a good soundtrack for that movie. Okay, it's not my family. Okay, I think 42 minutes is enough. I'm too scared of my family showing up here, and if they're not gonna show up, I still need to have dinner. So this time I'm gonna go. We are at an impasse again of me not knowing how to shut down this live. So before I'm just gonna say goodbye before I shut this down. Goodbye. 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 How do you want me to pronounce your name? PGO obsessed? Goodbye. Goodbye, Ice Cream. Goodbye, Galarian Rapidash. Goodbye, Annalise. Okay. Dulce Maria Alfaro, love your name. Goodbye. Percy Jackson Girl. Goodbye. Jasmine. Goodbye. Missy Valdez. MVP. Goodbye. Giyu's right arm. Goodbye. Giyu's right arm. What a good name. Goodbye. Reen the Sunshine Child. Goodbye. CT Marie. Goodbye. We'll be waiting. I'm not even going to attempt to do that today. Next time. I want to do a video on Epic, so wait for that. Actually, I don't know what video is coming up this Saturday. Would you rather me saying goodbye and then asking you an important question? Would you rather I post a Percy Jackson related video this Saturday or the Epic ranking every single song? Choose down below, and that's the last thing before I actually say goodbye. Okay, we have one vote for Percy Jackson. Fast before my family gets here. What else? Another vote for Epic. Hey Buddy. Is that a reference to the 17 song? Then Percy Jackson. Okay. Percy Jackson is winning so far. Then we have Epic, 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 which I guess counts as 3 votes. Then Percy. I think Epic. Okay. I don't know if, yeah, people are voting more than once, so I have no, yeah. Percy Jackson Girl, ironically, really wants the Epic video. Okay. Sure, I will take it into consideration. Maybe I'll do like an official poll, but I'm getting very, very freaking hungry, and we're gonna make it to 45 minutes, which is a very nice run number. So I'm just gonna say goodbye for like 40 seconds. Goodbye. Uber Sassy Jackson. Goodbye, hadn't seen you before. Epic, epic, okay. The more times you say epic, the more votes it gets. So Goodbye. Join my Patreon for more live streams. If you want a Percy Jackson / book related content podcast, I mean, go join my Patreon. I think I'm gonna add a cheaper tier so that you guys can go on there and we can chat about Percy Jackson like we love to do. Yap yap yap. This is our goodbye, or your goodbye. It is. It really is. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if I know how to end this thing.